back to the Grieving Sisters. I'm Jessica.
I'm Elizabeth.
And we are just really just going along. I mean, episode, what is it, 65? 63.
You guys caught up yet?
Yeah, right? Seriously, like, have you guys taken some time out and, like, really caught up on our stuff? But this episode is really interesting, and I think it's more for conversation if you guys even knew about it. So I was having a conversation with, a friend of mine, and she's like, have you ever heard about body farms? And I'm like, what in the Midwest is body farms? And apparently that these are body farms that people allow human bodies to decompose out in the open for like research.
Right, like bodies donated to science, you know? So it's like, we were writing here, like, grief and science seems like it's worlds apart, but like you'll learn in this episode that like the study of human decomposition, right?
Yeah.
How it can treat you about like it can teach you about like transformation, acceptance, and the beauty that can
and it also helps like solve crimes.
Yes.
It helps solve crimes and like understand the natural process of decay. But right, because we're just so used to putting them in a casket or cremating, you've never seen like the actual body.
Yeah, so body farms, it's like they're basically outdoor research facilities where human decomposition is studied, and it helps forensic scientists solve crimes and understand the natural process of decay. And that's so true. Like I remember, I'm a total like crime junkie fan and stuff, but it's like I used to be like, how do they know how long somebody's been dead? And it's like, their body temperature, and they're this and they're that, and decomposition is usually this, and it's crazy. And you're thinking about how do they know this? Mm-hmm. And some of it is from obviously experience, things that they've gone through before. But these body farms really do. They can monitor everything about a body decomposition and. When the elements happen and things like that, it really, it's just like the natural process, but it also mirrors like the emotional landscape of grief. It's slow, it's complex, it's uncomfortable, but it's in the end very transformative.
Yeah. So like they, when we were doing our research, they were saying that the first body farm was only in 1981 in Tennessee. And I was just so like taken, like, this is going to age us again. 1981 wasn't that long ago.
It was not. But because we're still spring chickens, okay?
but it really.
I'm like, that was yesterday. You ever see that when somebody's like, oh, was born in 2000, and you're like, you can't drink, and you're like, oh my God, they're 26 years old.
Even when I used to see it, like when I used to register students, and they're like, yeah, they were born in 2003, and I was like.
Same. Somebody applies for like an application or like home buying, and I'm like, what are you, 12? You can't buy a house. You're 11 and a half years old.
Yeah. So what they said, I'm dead. What they said was basically like the stages of decomposition. I also thought that was really interesting too. So if anybody has ever donated a body to research, please like message us, because I want
to learn more about this.
I want to know a little bit more. But from our research, they said it's like fresh, bloat, active decay, advanced decay, and then dry and skeletal remains. And I'm like, that's very interesting. Like, I mean, obviously, when someone passes, obviously, like all their stuff kind of like comes out and they poop it out or whatever. Whatever. But like, how they always say like bugs would grow out of you. Mm-hmm. Like I wonder if that has any truth, or is that only like in movies? Like,
right.
Like I wonder. So in the forensic realm, they said, it helps solve real criminal cases, assist identifying unknown remains. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that goes back into, okay, here's my my rabbit hole. Like when they're talking about dinosaurs, but they're really talking about like galactic, Himalayans, and where they got the Himalayan salt, but it's really, really Himalayan. Like, you haven't seen that?
Oh.
Yep. Don't get me started.
Yeah. Mar, we're going to need some like very science.
UFO.
Man,
wait, what is it?
This guy can't get any better.
Yes. But it's so true. Like, imagine, and then like, obviously, like, this is kind of sort of this, but I know when you have to donate your organs on your license, they actually have to keep your organs alive. So if they know or they feel like you're gonna pass, they basically like kill you.
They call them the transport team. Yeah.
And they kill you.
Yeah.
And just to keep your organs alive, though, like they'll have the transport and stuff like that. And I thought that was really interesting. Like, how many people could they?
Transplant team. What did I say? Transplant? I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying.
My sister was a doctor. Sorry.
Right, we weren't.
Sorry, I have a fashion degree.
No. And again, right, like they said, like a lot of the crime dramas, you know, especially there was one. What was the one that's with Morgan? I can't think of the name.
You know what I'm thinking about is the Gilgo Beach.
Wait, I've heard of that.
Well, he just finally admitted guilt.
No. Wait, what was that?
The Gilgo Beach is the real estate architect that worked in Midtown Manhattan.
Okay.
Who used to do like ads for prostitutes. Okay. And he would murder them. And he would bury every single one in the same place in Gilgo Beach. I think that's off of Staten Island.
Okay.
Or Long Island, I don't know.
One of the islands.
But they were very badly decomposed.
Wow.
And I thought about this as soon as we were like talking about it. I kept thinking about that because it's like, how are you identifying somebody with a torso?
Right, or a tooth.
Or it's just scientifically, it is so amazing. And this, I mean, these people who have donated their body to science and can help a mother understand what happened to her daughter. Right. Like you would see all of the moms, it's the Gilgo Beach 5, and it's really more like 10, but you know.
My gosh.
They've all joined together and they're all receiving so much like support because of this forensic team who was able to figure out who their girls were.
That's so interesting. That's like the next level of like forensic science, you know what I mean? And
think about ages ago.
Yeah.
There's people whose kids went missing and
right.
They'll never know. It remained a mystery until the day they died. And now with these sorts of technology and science and
even like they still have the DNA under their nails. I always found that fascinating. Like how you scrape, I guess like from them scratching them or whatever, or scratching somebody. And it's like,
it's interesting.
Yeah.
So many things
even
have been solved just with what's under the nail.
Yeah, even a piece of hair. So I also saw that like they were also saying how weather and environment really impacted. So like how it actually affects the decomposition of the body, and then how they're comparing it from different cases in different regions. So I thought that was very interesting too. What was it? There was another one. So what is it like to work on the farm? Which was that like students and researchers physically examine human remains at different stages. So they're like watching these bodies. And decomposition produces intense odors. You know, so like the outdoor condition. So that brought me to, right? Remember when we had Jessica Silvestri here and we were talking about the club that like it's already their year. We're in April. So now it's their year already anniversary of that club breaking down in Dominican Republic. And, you know, everybody was like, well, why are they doing everything so fast? Why are they doing so fast? It's because it's 90 degrees over there and the bodies are decomposing, so it's starting to smell.
Right.
So I thought about that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, this is very interesting. Like, to even think about, like...
To think about what the researcher, like... You got to give it to them, you know, like to think about all that they're facing in, you know, for the love of like science and understanding these sorts of things. And also there's such a beauty to it with like the people becoming the soil. It's like part of like a bigger ecosystem.
My God, we're dying to get the network. What is it? The New Mexico Death Network. And they talk about...
It's so beautiful.
Like the composition and putting them in the earth and all of that.
Yeah, I think it was here. It was like decomposition returns nutrients to the soil. Yeah. So nothing is truly lost. Similarly, grief transforms us, leaving behind wisdom, empathy, and new perspectives. How what remains, and what remains after loss can shape your purpose and personal growth. So also these researchers and scientists, like, they're also seeing that, there's someone who was loved turning to the soil and also giving back to the earth, restoring nutrients to the earth, and also restoring, and helping other people, helping them understand and things like that.
So one of the interesting facts were bodies can decompose faster in the summer, days to weeks versus winter, months. The animals, scavengers, can significantly alter remains. So this study is really, it's studied closely. And some facilities even study decomposition in cars, suitcases, or water. So they put it in different, I guess, murder scenarios or...
Water is a whole, because it washes away any trace of DNA.
Especially salt water. Or even... pool water with the chemicals, with the bleach.
It's
I mean, we're not trying to give anyone ideas.
Listen,
this is an educational episode.
Listen, you weirdos.
Hey, I like the weirdos.
Don't make it weird. Oh, yeah, no, we love weird.
Yeah, we love
weird. We love strange.
We love weird. Just please don't. No.
Please seek professional help if this is giving you any ideas.
Yeah, no, seriously, we're not trying to...
It's like I unalived her because I wanted her to give back to the soil.
Oh my goodness gracious! Imagine that. But and I feel like how people are like, oh, there's a smell. Like there was always a smell, and that's how we knew that it was like a dead body.
Right.
But I was like, not that I don't want to experience that.
You see people in this field know right away what it is.
Right.
They're like there is a certain.
But what does it smell like? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Jessica's obsessed with this.
It's not even I'm obsessed. I just want to know, like, what is it smell like, right? Like, you smell garbage. You know what garbage smells. You know what poop smells. You know what, like...
Vomit
smells like. Right. Like, you have an absolute on what smells like what, but, like, I mean, not that I ever want to know what a decomposing body smells like. I can't imagine. It probably smells like hell. But I want to, like, I guess... how they would be able to kind of sniff it out.
Do you think you could ever visit one of these places?
Hell no. No.
You seem very interested in that. You would want to smell it.
You know what's so crazy? Before my brother passed, I was always interested in faces of death. So this was like late 90s, early 2000s, right? Like the faces of death and, the craziest stuff. Like this guy got his decapitated by a helicopter somebody fell
I always
flat.
find interesting? Death masks. How before the current science of embalming and preserving bodies,
sure.
How they're royalty, they would make a beautiful mask
that
would go over the body before they were, it was so interesting. It's all of this preservation and I find it fascinating.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I used to be so I was just intrigued, oh my God. Even, I think, isn't there a website, and Marv, you can quote me on this, isn't there a website that's called, Faces of Death? And then they actually show, Tupac's alleged body, passed away, he's, dead, like Tupac, and I'm like, that kind of doesn't look like
You're
him.
I think he's in Cuba.
He's still in Cuba! I will never let that down. No, he definitely is in Cuba. But regardless of that, right, and what I think about Tupac, but I really, they just had these weird images. And obviously, right, we're talking about pre-AI now. So it's now when you're seeing these AI, it's is it AI or is this for real?
The AI is scary.
Yeah. So it's it's like a gift and a curse. But after my brother's passing, I was just yeah, I don't want to see that. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
I feel like I'm way more comfortable
really seeing
with this kind of stuff. I don't know why.
Well, because you had to go through it.
Yeah.
So you're kind of still numb to it. But for me, I was really enthralled at that didn't bother me. When it came to animals, that bothered me. It's this innocent animal or even vicious animal. It's still an animal. We don't know. It can't talk.
Right.
So I always felt empathy and I was empathetic about it, but when it came to humans I was just whoa.
Oh my God, I ran over a squirrel and I lost my shit.
Oh my God.
I lost it.
A squirrel?
This dumbass squirrel. I was why did you do that?
Because these Jersey squirrels.
He kind of
those are the Jersey squirrels and the pigeons.
These Jersey squirrels are something else. He crossed the road, so then I stopped to let him go this way, and then it looked like he was going to go this way, and then I went because I wasn't going to catch him, and he darted back this way, and
No,
I was
maybe
like, I was so upset. I felt
Suicide.
so bad. I was like,
I think the squirrel
he was
one
going through a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's rough. It's rough out here.
It's rough out here.
In these states.
Bro, we're going to get canceled for this whole episode.
Oh, my God.
This episode is so unhinged. You know what it is? That we have a lot of guests, and then we keep it together for them. And
Right.
then when we don't have guests, it's just us, and then we forget that we're not on the phone, that we're actually being recorded.
Right. But not only that, but like just, I also feel like this was an important topic because, you know, if you wanted to donate your body to research, right?
It's true.
Like
People say, I'm donating my body for what?
Right.
This is one of the things, right?
Right. This is one of the research, you know, for like cancer. Some people research like, oh, you know, for stem cells and stem cell research. It's like, well, you can also do the same thing for like decomposition and stuff like that. One of the misconceptions that they said bodies are just thrown around randomly. I was like, what?
How do you organize this?
No,
farm?
I don't know. So then it was like, no, that it's actually like highly controlled and everything is documented. So this is at one of the places, it's University of Tennessee. It's a research facility. So like they're carefully placed there. So they're not like just thrown there. So like some are buried, some are shaded, some are underwater.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and every change is recorded scientifically. Nothing is random. So I thought that was really cool. I mean,
they control certain elements and then see. Right, because it's so true. My God, it's so true. It's like this person was buried in a shallow grave.
Mm-hmm.
This person was in the ocean.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah. You don't.
I'm thinking I'm going to watch so much true crime.
Oh my God, please. There's so many misconceptions, but I'm just going to get to like the crazy ones that you think about. Just like kind of what we were talking about. The other misconception was it's a horror movie 24/7 in there. And I was just like, they said it could look unsettling at first, but it's professional. So they don't, like professionals don't see it that way.
Right.
And researchers are focused on collecting data, not fear. And I thought that was important. That was really important to say because I'm like, you know, you're looking at bodies. It's like, you know, I asked my wax lady, like you're, how many vajays are you looking at?
All day.
All day. Like, she goes, no, I just see hair. And I'm like, oh, okay. You sure?
I see hair, I remove it.
That's it. She's like, that's it. You know? So
I
it's
don't
like,
care where it is.
Right. She's just like, get it out. The bodies are unidentified or from crime scenes. And most of the bodies are actually voluntarily donated. Imagine that. So I wonder how much they do. I should call them and be like, how many bodies do you get?
Oh my God, imagine it's like a crazy number. That's so sad.
That would be, right?
Right? And we get one a year. It's like good.
Oh,
and they're
okay.
probably like, we get.
Thousands.
I want to know demographic.
Well, that's what they said. Like they have like different areas and that's why they do it in different regions to see like how fast the body decomposes and like different stages of it. So it's like, I thought that was really cool. They say that the smell, another misconception about the smell makes it impossible to work. The smell is very real and strong, but professionals adapt over time. Protective gear and techniques help manage it. And it becomes part of the job. So I guess if you work with like garbage, you're smelling that juice all day. I'm sorry. I could just see the garbage truck.
My appetite.
Yeah, but I mean, I just see the garbage truck driving and all the
pizza,
juice.
and now I'm thinking about garbage juice.
Yeah, it's just like juice dripping out.
Those poor guys.
I can't. And then the last, but not maybe two of them, because I think these two are pretty good.
Yeah.
What you see on TV is accurate, and they're like, no, that it's not in real life. Like in real life, decomposition timelines vary widely, and cases can take months or years, not hours. And science is slower but far more precise.
That's so true. You'll be like, oh, this body was found. And like, how do you identify
like the first 48.
Right. Like, this is taking a really long time to figure out.
Right. So I thought that was that. And then the other one is, the other misconception was it's disrespectful or unethical. And facilities follow a strict ethical guidelines. Donors are handled with dignity at all times. Many families find meaning knowing that their loved ones contributed to justice. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, it says body donations to science as a legacy of service that goes beyond death.
Yeah.
Parallels to honor loved ones' legacy through meaningful acts or causes, and creating something new, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. And I just think that, again, right, it goes back into, we talk about grief and, imagine your family donating your body, like they just feel like this is something. And I also feel like this is something that people talk about before their death.
So this is going to be, I'm interested in this. I'm assuming that none of these bodies have been through the embalming process or anything like that. So
don't
it's like
think
these
so.
people
Yeah.
didn't have any wakes, or
I don't know.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because you're saying
We can-
they're voluntarily donated.
Maybe we can ask the funeral home.
Yeah, can y'all hop on our comments
Yeah,
real quick? Let
we're
us
gonna
know.
with the funeral home that we'll have them on.
Oh, yeah.
We'll ask them. We're also gonna have a funeral Paula on here. So where I'm looking, I know I said Paula. Oh gosh, I'm so
We're
Italian.
so Jersey.
So Jersey,
We're so Jersey Italian.
But was there anything else on there that you had? Because I feel like I ran through that.
Well, the grief work as forensic work, right?
Mm-hmm.
The heart as an investigation site.
Mm-hmm.
Uncovering hidden emotions, searching for truth behind the pain. That's what they're doing. This is a painful situation.
Right.
And then the idea that grief is not about moving on, but about collecting evidence of love, pain, and memory and integrating it to the story.
Right.
And like a reflection prompt for some listeners would be like, what part of my grief am I still trying to hide or bury? And what remains from the person or experience I've lost that still gives life or meaning? Which is probably why, like, if they've donated, it's like they feel like their loved one's body is not sitting in a ground at a cemetery, but in fact, still giving meaning and like continuing their work. I would imagine, like if some of those people were scientists, were in the medical field, were in the forensic field, were,
I wonder that.
I wonder how this whole thing was created. Somebody came up with this idea.
But in 1981,
Yes.
and they
Somebody
actually have
came
the school.
up with this idea,
Yeah.
and probably everyone was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right.
And one person was probably like,
Bingo.
what?
Just kind of
That's
like
a
the
great
like the
idea.
light bulb.
Yeah.
Wasn't Einstein?
Edison.
Oh, Edison.
I'm like, Einstein.
Edison. Still wasn't him either.
Right here in New Jersey. Edison,
Wasn't him
New
either.
Jersey.
Wasn't him either.
No, well, no, not without the help of the filament that was
That's right.
that was created by a black man.
I'm just saying.
Black History is every month, not just February, y'all.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank
we are
you
running
so
on fumes.
much. Yes, we are. As I said, Einstein, right? I
No,
can't.
it's fine.
I can't. I'm like, and we're talking about decomposing of bodies. You know what I mean?
Are.
Like
We've
I think we've
touched on
covered
a lot of
stuff.
subjects, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. So obviously you go and check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Shout us out on Threads.
Shout us out.
Or over there, shout us out.
This was a fun one. This was less about grief and more about meaning and donating your body to science. And I think it was a really cool topic.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.